Is it the right time for you to be buying or selling a home? Don't go it alone. Trust the team at dangemis.com.
I just wanted to say kudos. I thought it. A lot of people are thinking it. You said it.
This is the Dan Gemis Real Estate Show.
All right, welcome back to the show. One more segment to go here on the Dan Gemis Real Estate Show. I am Dan Gemis. In studio, we've got Joyce Blackmere, Aaron Blackmere. Aaron, you've got the magic screen with the contest. You're going to press the top draw button, and you're going to give away the gift card for the Richmond Popcorn Company, $50 to the lucky winner. And we have, in your microphone, though?
Yes, it's Richard Lafrancois.
All right, Richard. I'm guessing.
Yes,
I'm not
sir.
sure. You might be French, you might not be. But
Yes.
Richard, if you're
And
French,
you might be a dad,
congratulations.
you might not be. So happy
That's
Father's
right.
Day gift
Happy
for
Father's
you
Day
too,
if
sir.
you are.
Yes.
But there you go. Congratulations. $50 for the Richmond Popcorn Company. Producer Aaron will be in touch with the details. All right. You got a couple more dad jokes?
No, it's not a joke. It's just this
Oh.
one's a fact.
All right. Let's
and
hear
Aaron
it.
has a joke.
Oh, yeah, great joke.
In Germany, Father's Day is celebrated differently from other parts of the world. Mannertag, Men's Day, is celebrated by getting drunk with wagons of beer and indulging in
fun.
regional food.
All right.
Police and emergency services are in high alert during the day.
I'm moving to Germany.
There you
Wow.
go.
All right, Aaron, go. Your joke.
Oh, yeah.
Pressure's on now.
I'm so over the top with this beer story.
Yes.
How many tickles does it take to make an octopus laugh?
What? How many?
Tentacles.
Tentacles. But there you go.
That's
Oh,
those
no,
my
there you go.
best.
Thank you, Aaron.
Okay.
Producer Aaron there with the symbol. Okay, so we're going to talk to Patrice Surette with Goldmar Property Management. Hey, Patrice, how are you?
Good. How are you guys?
Fantastic. Thank you. So we're having quite the show here.
Yeah. And I told Aaron he was supposed to pull my name. So again.
Oh, you weren't supposed to say that out loud.
You're
That
supposed
was
to
nasty.
slip him $20.
Hey, maybe when you come to see us on Wednesday, there'll be a treat for you.
Maybe.
Oh.
All right.
Oh, yes, we get to see you in person on Wednesday.
Oh, she come to our meeting?
Yes.
Staff meeting? All right.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So listen,
Yeah.
Patrice, you've got a great topic today.
Yes. Just going to talk a little bit about improvements to your property and how that translates to increased rental amounts or rental potentials. Yeah. So it's just like real estate, right? The more you put into your property, the more value it holds. So although, some of the things are cosmetic, but people do very much buy with their eyes, right? They're going to want to come in and see something that's fresh and painted. Even if it's not a brand new kitchen, it should definitely be clean. The exterior should be clean. Put a little bit of money into your landscaping. You don't have to go over the top, but keep it tidy. Grass cut, weeds pulled, things like that. Because when we're showing units, it's curb appeal, right? So before you even get in the door, and this market right now is competitive in rentals because everyone wants the highest rents, right? So we are competing with other properties all the time that are of that same price point. Same in real estate, right? Everyone's comparing, they're shopping, right? And I wouldn't go to say it's a tenant's market necessarily, but they do have a lot of choices. So it's coming down to really, if the rents are similar, they're going to start comparing the pros and cons of your property, right? So if one's been painted but might be a little more dated, or it's cleaner, or it's just has a better feel, they may end up choosing that one over yours. So it's important to kind of look at your property all the time with fresh eyes, kind of put a little bit into it every time you can, just so that it's not a big, overwhelming job. You just can do it a little bit at a time and add that value. And I think it's important just because everyone wants those higher rents. Windsor's very, very, I don't like aggressive, but, our rents are high, right? They've been getting higher and higher, and people are willing to pay it if the product supports it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So essentially, talking about the market in general right now, what are you seeing over the last month?
June's a little bit of a funny month because I think just with kids finishing school, people are busy with grad, and I don't think there's a lot of people that actually move in June. So we found showing-wise and actually movement's been slower than it was in May. But we're seeing people starting to look for July. Students are starting to come back. They're asking about August, September move-ins. So it's just that lag a little bit in June. So we were still busy, but just not as much as the other months. just I think people have other things to do other than move in June. So,
Jeez.
but the market's good. We've still got lots of inventory. But rents are getting higher, with each turnover. We're not seeing any decreases. That's for sure.
Are you seeing competitive offers in the rental market, Patrice?
You know what? It's funny you say that because we actually have had a couple people offer more money than what the posted price is. Because if we had one in South Windsor, and they had a lot of great applicants, and people were actually offering to pay more than what it was listed for.
Interesting. In those scenarios, do
Yeah,
they have worse
that's
credit
kinda
or
new.
something, or are they just trying to
No,
have a leg
they
up?
were great. They just wanted it so bad. They wanted this property so badly. It was very, very nice. It almost looked staged, but it was just how they lived. Like their house was beautiful. So all the applicants were equally qualified, and the owners really had a hard time picking one. But that's what people were. They're like, we'll pay more, right? If you pick us, we'll pay more. So the owner did not. He stood by his price that he had posted, but it's we haven't really had that before. We've never been in kind of that bidding war for rentals. I wouldn't say it's, a trending thing, but we certainly have seen a little bit more than we have before. Yeah.
Interesting. What are you seeing with the landlord-tenant board? Still some long delays?
Yes. Getting better. It's sad, but when I can tell an owner that we're getting a hearing in 4 to 6 months now, it seems like that's fast.
Wow.
But that's compared to what it used to be. Over COVID, and then even after COVID, we're just starting to see it pick up. They talk about all this funding they've put in to make it faster, to improve it, to get them caught up. I haven't really seen leaps and bounds in it. 4 to 6 months is still outrageous to me. We used to have, before COVID, it was 4 to 6 weeks. And we would have a hearing.
Well, 4 to 6 months seems short.
4 to 6 months is still it's crippling, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
no kidding.
better than a year, but better than a
Well,
year, but not as good as 4 to 6 weeks.
We often talk about my personal case. One of our tenants that you're managing our building, Patrice, and
Yes.
one of the tenants
Yes.
stopped paying in March of last year, had a court case, judicial case, I guess, in September.
Yep.
So March, April, May, June, July, August, September. In that case,
Yep.
Patrice, it was found that they had to move out, but the paperwork never showed up, so we couldn't actually enforce
Correct.
it.
Right.
And so they went from being $4,000 in arrears in September of last
Yep.
year to now $15,000 in arrears.
Right, because they still live there.
Yep.
Yep.
Still live there and enjoying the property, $15,000 in arrears, and we now have a new court
Yep.
date for June.
Right.
So they lost the paperwork originally in September. Wow.
Yep.
And so now they've had to reissue a new court date and rehear everything from scratch again.
Yep.
It's
Which
criminal.
is crazy. Like the tenant didn't even show up the first time.
Nope.
He's probably not going to show up this time.
Yep.
But we have to pay a paralegal,
Yep.
right, to go and do the hearing for a second time to get the same order that we had almost a year ago, just
right.
to be able to get the paperwork to evict him.
Criminal.
Yeah.
Criminal.
It is absolutely. And
know.
you sat in on one. You had the pleasure.
Oh, yeah.
And you can see it. It's a gong show. Would be
It
a
was
good
not.
word
It was
for
not pleasure. I'll tell you that much. Yeah, it was
It
brutal.
was not
joke.
pleasant. No.
It's a joke. Okay, we're out of time. Patrice, how does everyone
Okay.
get to reach out to Goldmar if they have any questions?
Our phone number is 519-252-5010. We are actually on Howard Avenue, 2597 Howard. If you want to stop in, we're open Monday to Friday. Or you can send us an email at info@goldmar.ca.
Thanks, Patrice, as always. See you soon.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Okay,
Bye,
happy
Patrice.
Father's Day. Okay,
Thanks,
bye.
Patrice Surette, owner of Goldmar Property Management. And yeah, we're done for the day. Holy moly. A reminder, if you want to buy or sell, the Dan Gemmis team is here to help. You can always reach out to us 7 days a week at 519-566-5565. You can also find us on our website at dangemmis.com. Joyce, Aaron, thank you for joining me today.
Thank you.
Happy Father's Day.
Fun as
Yes.
always, and now we get to enjoy the rest of our day.
That's right.
Yep.
Yep.
I'm going home to sit
Time
on the
to put
couch.
your feet
Nap
up.
time. Put the feet up like we do every other
Say
weekend.
nap time? I like that.
All right, everybody, enjoy the beautiful day. We'll see you all next Saturday and Sunday right here on AM 800.